Right, welcome back to the channel. Today is a C10 day in the shop. When Dad first built his 65, his budget was a little bit different, and he cut a few corners here and there because he still had that Chevelle wagon. So go back, I don't know, 60, 70 videos or so, and there's a Chevelle wagon that was there on the airbags that he had. Was working on that one and this one at the same time. So he never did his body bushings set for him. I've got a set for me. I didn't think I needed them until he showed me what I was looking at. I thought, you know, I saw this here and I thought, oh, mine don't look too bad. But the stuff that's kind of up above it or whatever, this is kind of what they end up looking like. And they're hard as a rock. I don't know how much we can film of it because there's a lot of, like right now, I mean, he's underneath there and he's trying to get the right socket for that bushing right there. You can see it. So it's got four, two in the front, two in the back, and then you got two core supports. I bought new core supports for mine, but we're not going to be putting it on because my radiator core support is not, it's in a box. It's not painted yet. So his radiator core support's in, and this truck was hit in the front pretty bad, this corner here. So he had to modify his core support stuff, so we're hoping we can probably leave that alone.
We will try.
We're gonna try. Also, what we did, he stole my idea, which I'm not mad at because I steal a lot of ideas from him. This is a 1.25 Coors Light can cut down, and it fits over the original gas cap. And the reason why we can do this is because we don't have the tanks back here no more. We don't need them. And then I went ahead and finished mine up. This is the final. Mine is a little bit more. I think mine's an inch and 5/8. 1.5 was not too bad. 1.75 kind of stuck out too far. The cool thing is they're just siliconed on. Once they're dry, they will work. If you had a tank still in the cab, they are actually functional.
Yeah.
But for us, they're gonna stay like this. And
this one will be functional.
yeah, I'll show them that one in a second. If I decide that I want a taller one, shorter one, whatever. The cool thing is once you get the cap off, you just kind of grab a pair of pliers, break the silicone loose. They pull right off, and then, I mean, yeah, you got to drink another beer without opening it, which is it's kind of fun. 64, I did one kind of crazy. It's about 2 inches, and he likes it. That's what the 64 is going to get for now. We got the glass out of the 64. It was cracked pretty bad, and it needed to be replaced. I've got all my glasses here. Last weekend we got my side glass in, my vent windows in on both sides, and now we're waiting on the glass guy to show up. We got a glass guy that's going to come put my front in and the back in, and he's going to put the front of that one in. And he's the same one that did the stuff on the 64s or 65. Sorry, got too many trucks. I get confused.
Yeah, I've got this all cleaned up. This is a matte finish.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't show you because they have light, but you can look in here.
Yeah.
I want the gloss in here. Look at that.
Oh wow.
It's gonna be that's the dash. It's gonna be gloss. It's all original. Whoever painted it, whatever they did back in the day.
So originally this was fawn. You could see the door panel.
Yeah.
Originally it was fawn like my truck and your truck, but somebody went in here and did this, and
it matches the seat.
I'll tell you, the gloss.
Yeah.
Dressed it up. Looks pretty cool. Not bad.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the doors. You know,
Yeah,
same thing.
Mm-hmm.
This is a matte from the top, but I did the gloss back here, so it's a mixture of gloss and matte. But this is three coats of clear on this one.
Wow. Yeah. That's cleaned up nice. Yeah. The old rubber that came out of this truck was basically he got some pieces. It had turned into plastic.
Look at that. It just
Yeah. So that used to be rubber at one point, but it just turned into plastic. So it was a lot of fun getting it out. But yeah, so I've got my back glasses here. This is the gasket and the little trim that you see around Dad's back window.
custom
And then my window's here.
in that box.
In that box, your window
There's
is,
the trim up there.
yeah, I still got the chrome trim right there. I mean, there's stuff everywhere, but yeah, we got to do a little, we kind of cleaned up mine already a little bit.
Yours already been cleaned.
I think we'll add a little bit of,
I put a matte finish on it already.
yeah, so it's ready. It's ready to go. So as soon as the glass guy answers his phone and shows up, Oh, and I don't know if I showed it. We got both my mirrors on.
Oh yeah, nice.
So we took the measurements. The 64, I keep going back and forth, sorry. The 64 was already drilled somehow, and I'm guessing factory, we don't really know.
Yeah, this factory has to be.
Was already, so we measured off this truck because mine was never drilled for that style mirror. And the deal is, if you put it exactly where the driver's side one is, you will not be able to see out of the mirror because of this. So this mirror actually sits back a little bit further. You can kind of see it. No,
Yeah, it's a little different.
sits back a little bit different, but I like the style. There's also a square one that you could put here that's not too bad, but I think the round looked good. I got 2 more brackets for the 64, so all we need is the mirrors themselves, and they can have mirrors on it too. And if he wants to go with the square ones or the round ones, whatever. But yeah, so we got that on there. Turned out good. Ow. Cool. The front and back out on the driver's side, and so this rubber's still kind of pliable on his. This was the front, and then the sleeve and the bolt, and then the other part is wedged, that we got to get out, is wedged between the frame and the cab. So now we're going to jack up the truck and get those separated enough to slide it out, slide the new piece in. Passenger side one changed too, but Dad's truck has always had a little squeak to it
When you hit
when you hit a bump or something.
you're coming in a driveway or
Check this out. That bolt was getting ready to, I mean, I don't know. It may have lasted a little bit longer, but it was
and you see the rubber how it's
wallered out a little bit.
wallered out. And
Yeah.
not only that, this is here is your inserts.
That's the sleeve.
The sleeve goes in there.
It's a big old piece of
So
solid.
here's what's happening.
Yep. It wasn't bad to do both sides. It was pretty easy. And we had watched another video, and the guy said something about your doors not shutting right or something after you're done, but I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. All right, so I got my back one off, and then we're looking at the front passenger side now. And if you can see these 2 square plates, those are factory shims. So back when they built these things, 50-something years ago, not everything was perfect. The kit I bought includes new shims if needed. Where Dad had 1 shim on his passenger side, so we're gonna assume that we need the shims. I'm gonna put 2 more shims back in, but you can see how much that rubber is compressed and cracked. So as soon as he gets the whole back up on me up top, I'll pop this one loose. All right, so we got it jacked up. You can just take the old stuff out. Like that. Kind of clean that up a little bit. There we go, it's clean. All right, cool. And then get ready to put the new stuff. That's it. We'll get the other one, front one started, set the body back down, tighten her up, do the other side. Back wasn't as bad. The front, Dad's got the front. We'll show the front in a minute. The front, the sleeve on the front was completely gone. And when he had asked me about these, I told him, nah, mine are good. I don't need anything, And he got a closer look than I did. And
Here it is.
yeah, that was my front sleeve.
Yeah.
It was gone. It was a good idea to do them. Like I said, when you're looking underneath there, I was seeing this, right? And this is still pliable, it's still rubbery, but the part that's getting messed up and compressed is these. And honestly, my back ones weren't bad, but $46 for the cab kit. Not a bad investment. Stuff off the passenger side of mine, front and back. Like we showed earlier, that sleeve was just toast. So, like I said, I thought I didn't need these, but yep. And that thing was just so compressed, and then it's falling apart. And then kind of like Dad's, it was you can see it's getting a little wallered out there. And It looks like everything still lines up. And then, like I said, that guy was saying about the door. I don't know. To me, the door is bolted to the body. The body's bolted to the frame. I don't see how it would affect the door. Yeah, I don't see a problem with that. The driver's side all loosened up. Everything, all the old stuff's out. Just got jacked up. But that was the driver's side bolt. Multiple sockets were beat onto it to make it work. But I don't know why it ended up like that, honestly. Because from what we're seeing, all this is factory stuff to go now.
Had a rubber mat in it. Probably Marster got between a rubber mat and that little cup that it sets in.
Yeah.
And just ate it up.
It could have been.
And it's the driver's side. People get in and out with their boots on and getting water all over it.
Boots on. It's still going pretty easy though.
It is. Big deal. That side done.
Yep. Just one more side. And then, I don't know if you can see you can see it a little bit. There's a bigger gap between the frame rail and the firewall down there than over here. So it's making a difference. You can see it, but the cab is currently sitting higher on the passenger side because of the new bushings. Yeah, you ain't gonna build it. No. Anyway, trust us. Yep. It needed it. It is pretty much completely leveled up. I didn't think it'd make that much difference, but I mean, you can see how much compression and just, this thing was toast. And then that was the rear sleeve. Pretty much about ready to go. And then here was the front sleeve, and it is blown out. My factory steering column out. I won't be using it. I'm gonna go with a I did it column. And Dad wanted my steering wheel, which I wasn't gonna use anyway. He kept the same column that came with this truck, but we just changed the wheel out, and he likes this wheel. This is how you honk the horn. Instead of it being a button, it's this whole big rim, and that's what he wanted. All right, so with that, like I said, we're gonna keep the original column in the 64. I'm getting a column similar to this, but it'll be a column shift. I did a column. This is for a floor shifter.
This is what you're getting right here.
Yeah, so I'll be getting this. I'm debating about the chrome finish, or they have one that's brushed. The brushed one's about $200 more, but if you start looking at, all the other stuff that's kind of shiny and chrome in these, when you finish them up, I don't know, probably end up going with that one. It's like $1,200 bucks, but he never did like the floor shift. I didn't like the floor shift. When he found out I was gonna just do mine with the column shift, he started thinking about it, and that's what he did, so it'll work. But with that, he's got his original wheel he'd like to sell. Well, he wants to sell all this stuff, and of course we're thinking local. So if you're local to the Houston area, we can figure something out. But original wheel that came off the 65, which looks brand new, and it's got. I mean, we'll show. It's got a couple little marks on it. Nothing terrible.
It's not cracked or
nothing. So how much you want for this wheel if they come pick it up?
I don't know. I take this. It's expensive. It's this horn button, but I'll let it go with that. $50 for this.
All right, $50 for the wheel.
25 for that.
25 for electric fan. Lock-in gas cap, because now we went with. He stole my idea, right?
Yeah.
So lock-in gas cap
with the keys.
With keys.
$40 on that.
$40 on that.
Take 40 for that.
40 for a chrome alternator. What are these? 160 amp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then the column, which there's nothing wrong with it. It was only in the truck for a little bit. It's got all the little stalk steel and everything.
Yeah, $300.
So these are like $1,000, give or take. Mm-hmm. So $300 for the column.
40.
40.
40.
40.
25.
25.
50.
$50. So if you're local and you watch, got this stuff for sale if you want it. All over these trucks today, and with my column out, I was able to get the clutch pedal out. I mean, this truck's now going to be automatic. They all came standard back in the day, and because it was standard, the brake pedal is actually too close to where the gas pedal is going to go normally. Dad did this to his, and it turned out okay. He's going to do it to mine. So he's heating this the shaft, and he's just going to kind of bend it towards the driver's side and make it more like a normal position for you. And then I got a bunch of this old rock wool, whatever it was, insulation stuff out, because I'm going to be going with something different anyway. Basically, I don't know if you can see it. Made an S there a little bit and then kind of bends it again, bend it back that way, because when you bent it this way, right, it automatically kicks that pedal that way. So then we put a little S bend in it right there. It got the pedal back straight, but more away from where the gas pedal is going to be, if that makes sense. Still got a lot of cleaning up to do in here and a few things, but coming together. So 300 for the column.
40,
40,
40,
40,
25,
25,
50.
50 bucks. So if you're local and you watch us, we're going to end it off for today. We worked on all 3 trucks, got quite a bit of stuff done. Like I said, making progress. Thanks everybody for watching. We appreciate it. Subscribe, like, share, ring the notification bell. Have a good one. We'll see you on the next one.